A very good afternoon. It's nice to have with us here on Lunchtime News this afternoon. Here's a look at the headlines. The body of a person who drowned in the Kirinda Seas after a boat capsized recovered. 52 elephants roaming in the Karualagaswawa area driven into the Thabova Reserve. And Robert Gates says US exit from Afghanistan on course. The corpse of one of the three persons who had gone missing while travelling in a Navy dinghy last afternoon in the seas of Kirinda has been recovered. According to Navy spokesperson Captain lte1708201001, the corpse belonged to a 40-year-old. Meanwhile, a team of Navy divers was sent to the Kirinda area last evening in a bid to locate two children who went missing after the accident. The Navy spokesperson noted that there was a strong current in the area where tragedy struck. Captain lte1708201001 also noted that due to this reason, those caught in the accident may have been swept some distance away into sea. The police have commenced investigations into an incident where a fisherman aboard a fishing craft that set out to sea from the Tangol fishing harbour recently has gone missing.
The missing person has been identified as a 22-year-old resident of the Malpottava area in Ambalangoda. 5 persons had been set out to sea around 4 days ago aboard the craft in question and had returned to shore last night. However, only 4 persons had returned to the Tangol fishing harbour and they were subsequently summoned to the Tangol police. Incidentally, a loved one of the missing person had lodged a complaint with the Ambalangoda police about his suspicious disappearance. According to Senior DIG in charge of the Southern Province, Kingsley Ekanayaka, a special team from the Tangol police had been deployed for investigations.
A Sri Lankan delegation left the island for India yesterday in order to hold discussions with Indian officials about the problems faced by Sri Lankan fishermen fishing along the Sri Lanka-India border. According to India's Sun TV, the delegation comprising around 20 fisheries officials landed in Trichy yesterday. Several fishermen from Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka are faced with many problems when fishing along the India-Sri Lanka border. Sun TV further reported that the delegation will hold talks with Indian officials on resolving the issue these fishermen frequently encounter while plying their trade. The Indian Fisheries Association has stated that the outcome of the talks between both parties will be subsequently communicated to the Indian central government and the Sri Lankan government. Taking a look at one of our headline stories, the first phase of a program to drive away wild elephants roaming around the Karualagaswawa division in Putlam into the Thabova Forest Reserve commenced yesterday. Under the first phase, 52 elephants were driven into the forest reserve. Putlam District Wildlife Officer of the Wildlife Conservation Department, Gamani Bandara, speaking to News First, said that this operation had commenced on the 1st of July. During the 45 days it had lasted, 52 elephants roaming around forest reserves outside the Thabova sanctuary and in surrounding villages had been driven away. Driving away other elephants, which may be in surrounding areas, will be carried out in the future. Gamani Bandara noted that 40 officials from the department and the Civil Defence Force had participated in this operation. Accordingly, wild elephants in the Nawagatte Divisional Secretariat will be driven into the Thabova Forest Reserve. The third phase of the program will be carried out in the Manathavilluva Divisional Secretariat. More than 40 US service members arrived in the island over the weekend to begin a 6-day medical and engineering training mission with the Sri Lankan government and medical representatives from the Maldives and Mongolia.
Issuing a release, the US Embassy in Sri Lanka stated that the mission called Pacific Angel Sri Lanka will be conducted at various sites near Anuradhapura and Putlam. The mission will offer free medical and dental care and also feature repairs and constructions to support local schools. This week's mission allows participating nations to hone their abilities to work together and to practice their trades in non-clinical settings while helping Sri Lankans in need of services. Pacific Angel missions are a US Pacific Command-led capacity-building effort to support regional stability in the Asia-Pacific region and foster partnership between military, government and non-government agencies. The release from the US Embassy in Colombo noted that members of the public are welcome to visit and receive free treatment from medical centres located at the Putlam Town Hall, the District Hospital in Madavacha and even Cheddikulam School. Furthermore, these services, which will be on offer until the 21st of this month, will also be available at the Mahasimbala Gaskara Vidyalaya in Neriyakulam and at the Semandalu Junior School in Putlam as well.
Around 700 illegal Sri Lankan migrant workers who are currently in Lebanon have registered with the Sri Lankan Embassy in Lebanon to return to the island. Sri Lankan Ambassador to Lebanon, M. Maharoof, said that these Sri Lankan migrant workers are making use of a common amnesty period that has been granted for such workers by the Lebanese government. Around 100 such Sri Lankans are due to return home by this weekend. According to the Sri Lankan Ambassador to Lebanon, these migrant workers have obtained the relevant security clearance for their return. Still on local news, there has been a marked increase in the number of persons visiting the hot water wells located in Mahaoya, Ampara. According to our correspondent, the sudden surge in the number of visitors can be attributed to the end of the 3-decade-long war.
The hot water wells are located around 2 kilometers from the Mahaoya town, close to Thoppigala. Although the wells were in a dilapidated state consisting of muddy water before, the Mahaoya Pradesh Sabha took the initiative to clean the wells in a bid to attract more persons to view them. The location houses 7 wells which consist of water with varying temperatures, with 1 well consisting of water suitable for bathing purposes as well.
There are 7 wells here. The temperatures vary. The water is very good for you.
I
witnessed the hot water well around 30 years ago. It was not maintained very well. However, since the war is over now, we have all come here and we are having a good time.
Chairman of the Mahaoya Pradesh Sabha, Aryaratna Abewikrama, states that although there is a notion among the public that the water in these wells possesses certain healing properties, no conclusive tests have been carried out in this regard as yet.
Many people come to witness this. However, we have not been able to provide basic health facilities as yet. We request that the properties contained herein are shown to the world.
The Kalathura District Development Committee met yesterday. The meeting took place under the patronage of several ministers who represent the district.
The Kalathura District Development Committee met at the auditorium of the District Secretariat. Ministers Kumara Welgama, Dr. Rajitha Senanayaka, Deputy Minister Reginald Kure, many provincial councillors and Pradesh Sabha members were present at the meeting. The ministers focused their attention on the projects that have been implemented in the district and the problems affecting the district.
Now the police officers must take it to heart that this is not something that can be done based on the wants of a few people. This must be done after thinking about the public. We know that sand is being mined on a large scale, especially in the ocean. They excavate the estuary at night. We have spoken about this a lot. The Kalathura North Police are not doing anything about this. If the OIC is here, please stand up. Kalathura South, why aren't steps being taken? People come in big motorboats to do this. We receive complaints about it. We keep telling the district secretary. Why is nothing being done even though we keep telling the SSP?
Many heads of state institutions were also present at this meeting.